Hello everyone, my name is AJ and I want to take a quick look at the brand new high-speed no gamer should be without dice. These well-balanced and highly attractive dice are brought to you by Zucati dice. The Kickstarter is currently live and fully funded. Let's take a look. What we have here is just some plain old basic Chessex dice, nice set of Elven dice, some other random set of dice I found online, and then finally we have the Zucati dice here on the back. As you can tell, most of the dice are pretty comparable in size to standard Chessex until you get down to the D12 and the D20, which are there. The D12 and D20 from Zucati are significantly larger than the Chessex dice, which I know Hal was real big about making that a prominent feature, and I agree. It's much nicer to roll a nice hearty 20, especially when you hit that crit. But yeah, they're nice. The rounded D6 I'm not particularly a fan of. I know some of you guys will prefer the rounded edges. When you compare it to, say, a square, the square die stops pretty quickly. The rounded edge, it likes to roll a little bit more. Again, that really just comes down to personal preference. I did manage to get this to stand on corner one day while rolling it, but don't anticipate that that's going to happen too frequently. As far as the numbers go, even on the 20, I'm going to compare it here to a little bit harder to read die. You've got a lot of excess symbols and everything on here, so it gets a little hard to read, but as you can see, the numbering is very clear, and it makes it just a little bit easier and moves the game along just slightly faster. My dice did come with the dice base 1. This one is both red and clear. The magnets are fairly strong. I recommend trying to peel it apart as opposed to just pulling it straight apart, because that's not going to work quite as well. As far as how the dice actually sit, they sit pretty well. I know Hal already has a video of trying to actually get this to bust open by throwing it around. It will not do so. And when you actually have it on the table, it's also helpful because you can throw in a whole other set of dice and it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's pretty lightweight. The dice have plenty of room on the inside of it to bounce around, and with the cork pads that are inside there, the dice really don't get chewed up at all. I do recommend keeping the dice out of the hands of small children. My daughter managed to get her hand on the D4 and threw it across my tile floor, so it kind of nubbed over one of the points. But yeah, as long as I keep it away from her, she's got plenty of other Chessex dice that I really don't give a crap about. So those are the dice. Again, you've got full size D12 and D20. This set, I've got 2 percentage dies, which isn't that big a deal to me. I just look at it as a D10. Some die-hard dice fan will probably have to take issue with this set, but for me, it works out pretty well. But that's the dice. Just want to give you guys a good look at it. I know the Kickstarter's coming to an end. We've got a few days left on it right now. So if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and stop by, throw your pledge in, get yourself a set. This is the aluminum set of red, and I've enjoyed it so far. The times I've used it while playing, everyone at the table wanted to get their hands on my dice and tried to walk away with them. So yeah, I like these dice. The guys I play games with, they enjoy them too. So go ahead and throw your pledge down and take advantage of it before the Kickstarter runs out. You guys take care.